What's up everyone, and welcome back to our League of Legends Top 5 Plays. My name is Parv and I'm here to guide you through some amazing plays submitted by your fellow players from around the world. So without further ado, let's start with our number 5 play from Leopard Nidalee. At the beginning we see Zac slingshot in from the side as she fights back, letting her minions finish off the tower, allowing her to go back in. Nidalee slowly chips away at Zac's health until he's low enough for her to go for the execute as she jumps away and gets ready to escape. When Shen starts to ult in, she flashes over the wall and moves quickly to line up an amazing fadeaway spear on Diana despite the shield for the double kill. Coming in at her number 4 spot is ND_Rocky on Zed with a 1v5 to try and save his base. At the start we see him waste no time as they get on the Nexus turret, so he swaps in, immediately ulting the fed enemy Andes. He swaps again to get knocked away and dodge Leona's ult. As he heads back in, he looks to take down Triss to slow down their push as he goes ham, forcing rocket jump and barrier, but with no more gap closers, he does his best to work his way through the enemy team, just barely bringing down Triss as his GA gets popped. He tries his best to draw attention away from the Nexus as he brings down Leona, but the Zhonya's from Elise allows their spiders to finish him off, but now we look to the Nexus to see if it was enough. Vlad and Janna rush in using Shurelya's as they immediately drop Elise and both get on the enemy Nocturne. Despite a noble attempt, Vlad gets the kill on Nocturne right before the Nexus dies. By not giving up, drawing attention and focusing down the enemy carries, he does just enough to save the Nexus with one auto attack to spare, and it allows his team to push down mid and win the game shortly after. Landing in at our number 3 spot is ElHater with a huge play on Morgana. We start things in the heart of the battle as 2 players on our team have already fallen. As the enemy team starts to dive on the friendly Elise, Morgana sees her opening and lands a beautiful 4-man ult, slowing them all as she follows briefly before using Zhonya's getting the Quadra stun. An immediate Tormented Soil kills one as she backs up and finishes off Sivir after the polymorph with a dark binding as Vi falls to the tower, giving her the triple. Left in a 2v2 and with Flash still up, Morgana moves in on the 2 remaining players. After some dancing around, Quinn gets engaged on, but with Elise there, they fight things out as the enemy Olaf goes down, followed by Nidalee shortly after. Although things were looking rough throughout the fight, ElHater hung onto her ult for the perfect moment, turning around the fight ultimately in her team's favor. Coming in at second place, we have True State with some sick moves on Katarina. At the beginning, Jarvan EQs into his ultimate, but the enemy team gets out quickly, followed by Monsoon to help them disengage. Katarina shumpos in, but gets knocked deep into enemy territory as she waits for Zhonya's to end. She goes after Tristana and grabs the kill as Trin comes to finish her off, but she shumpos behind his spinning slash and keeps on running. She ults to finish him while dodging the barrel, and then when Gragas comes back in, she outplays once again with another beautiful shumpo behind his body slam, allowing her to escape as Caitlyn grabs the ace and they push to end the game. And for our number 1 pro play for this week, we have Inside Rowan on Riven. At the start, we see her pushing the enemy Nexus turrets as Orianna and Sona come to stop her. She pops her ultimate and goes ham on Orianna, forcing her to flash away, but the turret brings her really low, so she runs out in the open and gets ready to fight. She dashes in with Valor and chops her up, grabbing the first kill. With tons of cooldown reduction, she wastes no time and goes in again under the tower, grabbing the double kill off of Sona as Kennen approaches. She dodges the shuriken and keeps her distance from the tower while lifestealing from the creeps until her E comes back up and she goes in, dealing some damage with the stun and then backs out before the shield gets broken. After another dodge, her cooldowns come up and she goes back in to finish the job as she escapes with very little HP and lifesteals from the creeps. At this point, we've seen Inside Rowan display perfect knowledge of limitations of her champion as she weaved in and out of tower aggro range while dealing damage only when her cooldowns are available. This allowed her to deal damage without receiving any. When Corki balks in, she turns on him, stepping behind him to dodge the missile as she keeps on moving between auto attacks and try and avoid anything she can while bringing him down. 4 kills later, she continues to push and now we see the enemy Aatrox come in, but by now her ultimate is back up thanks to all her cooldown reduction, allowing her to 2v1 with Janna and ace the enemy team. And for the bonus clip of the week, we have XIKI12 on Udyr leading the enemy team on a wild chase. As the clip plays, I want to thank everyone for the amazing comments on our last few videos, especially the teamwork one. It means so much to see weeks of continuous hard work pay off, and for that, we're extremely thankful. That's all I have for you guys. Enjoy the rest of this awesome clip, take care, and I'll see you back here soon.